Good evening. I'm going to go ahead and call to order the September 11th, 2025 regular board meeting. Before we stand, I do want to take a moment and acknowledge that today is September 11th, a solemn day in our nation's history. 24 years ago, Americans came together in the face of an unthinkable tragedy, showing the power of unity and shared purpose. Recently, we've seen a disturbing rise in political violence and dangerous rhetoric. As we rise today to say the Pledge of Allegiance, let us remember not only those we lost on this day, but also remember that our democracy is fragile and the promise of America, liberty and justice for all, requires our continued commitment. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Can we have the roll call, please?
President Ruffing?
Here.
Vice President Anzier?
Here.
Commissioner Balkrishna?
Here.
Commissioner Jacks?
Here.
Commissioner Janner?
Here.
Commissioner Riswald?
Here.
Commissioner Thompson?
Here.
Do we have any matters from the public?
We do not.
Okay. We will kick off with updates and reports, starting with Riverwalk. The Riverwalk Commission met yesterday, September 10th, and then the Planning, Design, and Construction Committee met on September 2nd. The meetings focused on project updates, including the Eagle Street Gateway, which is still estimated to be completed in late October, and we continued our review of the 2031 Master Plan. The next Riverwalk Commission meeting is scheduled for October 8th at 7:30 a.m. at the Municipal Center. Next is Finance. The Finance Committee met on August 28th. We discussed a number of items, including an overview of the potential referendum financing package and then the non-tax revenue update, both of which were included in last week's packet. We also examined the 2026 board budget and received an update on the district's health insurance offerings. Legislative updates covered recent changes to bid limits as it relates to the district's purchasing and bidding policy. And then lastly, we were presented with a summary of state grants recently secured by our local state senator and state representatives, and it's just great to see the strong support of the Park District. Our next finance meeting will be sometime in the fall. All right, next up is Legislative Committee.
No report.
And then Parks and Rec Committee.
Okay, we had our Parks and Recreation Committee meeting this evening at 5:45 before the main meeting. We had several updates that were presented at the committee meeting, including the extension of the 95th Street lease, updates upcoming to the recreation program plan, including input from community surveys and updates to data, the fees and charges policy manual update that was last updated in 2019, updates on the synthetic turf sharing with Naperville North High School, and updates on the ADA transition plan, which I believe we're also going to be discussing more at the main meeting today, as well as reviewing the Commissioner's Challenge. We also got some more updates from each of the departments. So some updates on 2026 capital improvement projects from planning, fall programs, and assessing fees for larger events from the recreation department. We got some updates from the golf department on updates and servicing to pumps for the irrigation system at Naperbrook. And then 2026 service bids from the Parks Department, and the new Naperville Riverwalk map presented by marketing.
Thank you so much. Next up is the President's report. So earlier this week, the Park District announced that it will continue to emphasize the importance of good sportsmanship in its programs this fall by reminding everyone to demonstrate and encourage fair play, good etiquette, and sound character. This is such an important reminder, not only for the players, coaches, and referees, but also for spectators. We want our program participants to have a positive and fun experience. I'll echo what Director Coates said, in that good sportsmanship is the foundation of our programs, and it is vital to an athlete's development. It takes all of us to help set the standard for the current and future generation of athletes. And then lastly, so as I have been thinking through the type of content I'd like to share during these president's reports, one theme I keep coming back to is just simply celebrating the district. And what are the ways that I can do that? So one way that I will begin doing tonight is by acknowledging milestone staff anniversaries. We know that these are celebrated internally each year among staff, but I want to congratulate publicly these staff members throughout the year. So since this is the first one, I have some catching up to do, and the list will be a little bit longer, but typically I'll just do these like in chronological order throughout the year as they come up. So I'm going to start with the lower number of years, the bebes, we will say, starting with Park Police Chief Steve Schindelbeck, who's celebrating 5 years of service this year. Park Specialist 2, Jesse Barr, is celebrating 5 years. IT Coordinator Ace Rago is celebrating 5 years. And then going up to 10 years, we have Safety Manager Jennifer Herman and Custodial Supervisor Mo Khalif are celebrating 10 years. Park Operations Manager for the South is John Tepper is celebrating 15 years this year. Park Specialist 2, Mike DiChristina, is celebrating 25 years. And then celebrating 35 years with the Park District is Park Specialist 1, Tom Lynch, who joined us in 1990. So I think that's awesome. I think it's really important to keep celebrating whatever we can, and these milestones, staff anniversaries, are important to me. So I look forward to that. I know you all will be. Thank you. And on to Executive Director Brad Wilson's report.
All right, thank you, President Ruffing. A few updates this evening. The first being tomorrow night, Friday, September 12th, wraps up the Night at the Movies series with a showing of Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Join us at the 95th Street Community Plaza for a 7:30 p.m. showing and bring blankets, folding chairs, and snacks to enjoy a late summer movie under the stars. Wonderful World of Wheels rolls back into town on Monday, September 15th at Wolf's Crossing Community Park from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Children ages 5 and under can see, touch, and learn about a variety of exciting community vehicles and meet the community helpers who drive them. This free event is a lot of fun for kids and parents alike, with many photo opportunities. The Naperville Park District is hosting another series of ribbon-cutting events at various parks and facilities this fall, and community members are invited to attend. The first will be coming up at Meadow Glens Park on Tuesday, September 23rd, where we have a new playground opening. The new Polo Club Park, Fairlane Farms Park grand opening will be on Tuesday, October 7th. And then additionally, a ribbon cutting will be held at the Rothermel Family Skate Facility on Wednesday, October 1st, to celebrate the installation of new nearby murals. This project is in partnership with Max's Mission, a nonprofit organization honoring the life of avid youth skateboarder Max Wajanko. The murals add beauty to the park and highlight the appreciation of diversity and creativity while relaying a message of hope for those struggling with mental health. Each of the above events begins at 5 p.m. And then finally, auditions for Magical Starlight Theater's January 2026 production of Shrek the Musical will be held on Saturday, September 27th and Sunday, September 28th. Children currently in 4th grade or higher, as well as adults, are invited to audition for lead roles, supporting roles, or the ensemble. All auditionees are required to prepare a vocal piece and monologue from the show and be prepared to dance. Visit magicalstarlight.org for details. Additional information on our programs, events, and facilities and other Naperville Park District news can be found at napervilleparks.org.
Thank you. We'll move on to the Treasurer's Report.
Move to approve the July 2025 Treasurer's Report.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Ansier,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Balakrishna,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacks,
Yes.
Commissioner Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Risbald,
Yes.
President Ruffing.
Yes. All right. Marissa, will you please read the consent agenda?
Item 5.1, approve August 2025 disbursements in the amount of $2,211,879.76. 5.2, approve August 2025 disbursements made through the Bank of America Purchasing Card Program in the amount of $292,509.18. 5.3, approve August 2025 FinTech disbursements in the amount of $8,975.40. 5.4, approve August 2025 customer refunds in the amount of $3,843.55. 5.5, approve August 28, 2025 2025 regular meeting minutes. 5.6, approve August 28, 2025 executive session closed meeting minutes. 5.7, accept the base bid of Holleran and Yock Inc. in the amount of $45,220 as the lowest responsive and responsible bid, and to award the contract for the district-wide plumbing improvements, and to authorize staff to carry a further 5% contingency for a total authorized expenditure for the project in an amount not to exceed $47,481. 5.8, accept the base bid of Midwest Excavators in the amount of $169,446 as the lowest responsive and responsible bid, and to award the contract for the St. Woods Trail renovation, and to authorize staff to carry a further 5% contingency for a total authorized expenditure for the project in an amount not to exceed $177,918. 5.9, accept the base bid of Wadsworth Golf Construction Company in the amount of $358,958.55 as the lowest responsive and responsible bid, and to award the contract for the Naperville Golf Course Tee Improvements Project, and therefore accept change order number 1, changing the scope of work and reducing the contract sum to $250,430, and to authorize staff to carry a further 5% contingency for a total authorized expenditure for the project in an amount not to exceed $262,952. 5.10, move to find that due to supply and capacity constraints, as well as concerns for the reliability and professionalism required for the logistical planning and execution of the Springbrook Golf Course Pond Dredging Project, by its nature, the services are not readily adaptable to pure competitive bidding, and therefore the board waives the competitive bidding requirement and approves the contract for the project with Earthworks Land Improvement and Development Corporation in the amount of $200,135, and to authorize staff to carry a further 5% contingency for a total authorized expenditure for the project in an amount not to exceed $210,142. 5.11, move to find that due to the reliability and professionalism required for the logistical planning and execution of fireworks displays, by its nature, the services are not readily adaptable to pure competitive bidding, and therefore the board waives the competitive bidding requirement and approves an agreement for the July 4th, 2026 community fireworks display with Mad Bomber Fireworks Productions for $56,000. 5.12, approve Ordinance 1078, authorizing an option agreement for the purchase of vacant property adjacent to Walnut Ridge Park.
Thank you. Should any items be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately? Seeing none.
Move to accept consent agenda items 5.1 through 5.12.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Anzier?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Balkrishna?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacks?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Riswald?
Yes.
President Ruffing?
Yes.
Move to approve consent agenda items 5.1 through 5.12.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Our next scheduled meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners is scheduled for September 25th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. here at Fort Hill Activity Center, and we will be going into executive session.
Move to adjourn to executive session to discuss land acquisition per Section 2C5 and pending litigation per Section 2C11 of the Open Meetings Act.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Anzier?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Balkrishna?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacks?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Riswald?
Yes.
President Ruffing?
Yes. Thank you.